Hello and welcome to the September 26th through October 3rd reading. I'm going to be using all three decks, and I hope everybody's doing good. All right, let's see what we get for this week. Okay, so to start with, we have the World of Dreams. It's in reverse. So it can mean like we're wanting our world of dreams, but for whatever reason, it's being delayed. But we are looking above the situation and empowering ourselves as we set our sights on what we want. And I say that because we see the chasing immediately after it. And this is like chasing your goal, chasing your dreams, right? And so this person is still pursuing, right? So once again, this is about pursuing your dreams and what you love. All right, so past, present, we have imbalance that's affecting the situation. Look within, reverse, and toxic. Look within reverse means that usually you would go inside to find your answers, but this is saying that we need to find our answers in the external world. So instead of being caught up in our own head, we really need to start looking around at the world around us, right? And we also need to sort out any imbalances that we have inside of ourselves. This is saying that the heart needs to be lighter than the feather. So it's a lot of self-work and self-mastery. The eyes are closed here and here, so it's kind of like the person shuts their eyes to pull in from the internal the answers that we're seeking. But here it's also saying that the external world is going to give us some clues as to how to remedy situations or to work with them. The toxic card means that we're going to be dealing with some toxic elements that are coming up. So just be mindful of toxicity. There's been a couple people who say that they haven't really been feeling so good recently. There's something in the air. There's a feeling there that doesn't feel so good, and I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. Abstract, the bigger picture. We're flying above and we're assessing. Here, this is saying, look at the bigger picture. So, look at the bigger picture. What are our goals? What are we seeking? What are we flying above to assess? And this is saying a lot of these ideas, a lot of these goals are like being pulled from the ether. They're ideas and things that are happening that don't exist in this world yet. So if you're like working on a project, or if you're working on a new script, or you're trying to think of, what would be something that's fun and interesting to work on, it's saying that you're going to be in this process of like pulling stuff from the mind, and you're going to make it a reality. But we're coming into like a point of stagnation, and we'll see what we can do to get this energy shifting. But there's a time of stagnation where things that we're moving are just kind of stop. And so we need to make sure that the waters don't get, stagnant, that we keep the energy flowing. And then this is due to a pattern. This could just be a seasonal thing. It can be that, as summer goes into fall, like this is just kind of the energy that's coming in, and this is a natural process. So if you're feeling bogged down, it's saying that this is like a kind of repetitive pattern. So now let's clarify with the Gothmancy deck. And we're going to clarify on each card. All right. Okay, so far in the past position, we have the Chariot. So our goals and dreams, we're divinely guided. we're drawn to them like magnets, right? And there are these opposites again that are being balanced. You can call it yin and yang, solar and lunar, and it's kind of working with these cosmic forces as we make our way through to balance these energies. And that's kind of what's playing out with our world of dreams. We have the Hierophant here, so empowerment. This is like a form of initiation, right? Getting the keys to the kingdom, being the student, having the teacher, right? So that's what's going to empower us, right? So as we're coming in through this energy, look to somebody who you trust as a mentor to help guide you as you make your way on your own personal journey. And we have the chasing, and we have Ace of Wands. And so this is the fire, right? Ace of Wands is like the lit fire on the wand, and this is a fire as well. And it's our passions and our drives. And so we are trying to get this new passion and inspiration. But it's just saying that, you know, it's being thwarted at the moment. And imbalance. So to come out of this imbalance, we need a King of Wands energy. And a King of Wands is like someone who's really motivated, really inspired. They tend to be the kind of person, if they have an idea, they're like, hey, everybody, I have an idea. Let's all, you know, work on this thing together. And they tend to be the kind of energy that, you know, people are like, you know what, let me do the work for you. I love your creative project. And it's like a collective progress and work. So it's just saying that to kind of combat this imbalance, we need to take on a King of Wands energy. And the Look Without, and then the Page of Pentacles. So Page of Pentacles, we got this last week too, and it's like it's in my deck, it's a group of people who embark and pursue this pentacle together, and they all bring their different talents and skills to like build other worlds, and to make it successful, right? And because, you know, it's in the reverse, to me it's saying like this team of people needs to communicate, focus on the work, you know, like don't lose sight of what the goal is. So if you're working with a group of people and you feel like, you know, you're all kind of, you know, getting distracted or not putting the work in that's needed for a project, just kind of regroup and start building on what you need to. And so this toxic element, there's going to be a judgment call, right? And it's going to be kind of like, all right, like, what has everybody been doing? Have you been doing things in the positive manner, or have you been dealing with things in a toxic manner? And then there's this kind of call to judgment. So just be mindful if things are toxic, you know, if in the rare case, like you're being toxic, it's just kind of saying like, you know, this is a divine test right now. It's a calling. And if you hear the call, you know, just avoid toxic ways and methods of getting what you want. Do things in honor and integrity, and you should get, you know, what it is that you're seeking. Eight of Cups in reverse. So the bigger picture, a lot of this stuff might be because we haven't closed the door on the past. Eight of Cups is like somebody still has all the cups but has decided, well, these aren't my cups, so I'm going to step away from them, right? And none of the cups are spilt. So they say it's like the morning after if the morning after never happened. We got three. I'm going to take all three of these for this last card. And the stagnation, this is a King of Swords energy, right? So usually King of Swords is really positive and like super helpful, but it's in reverse. So it could be cutting words, like words that wound, you know, and so any kind of energy that's cut you down where you're like, oh, I can't do this because somebody told me, you know, I'm not capable, or I'm not smart enough, or I don't have enough resources, or this isn't the time. It's like really kind of shut out that kind of energy because it's going to create stagnation. And the pattern here is 10 of Pentacles, the Fool, and Ace of Cups. So this is like this kind of really diverse family, right? All the family members are different. They come together, they love each other. Even though they're different, there's this like unity. So it's like getting your family, getting your friends together, creating healthy, positive patterns and habits. And there's a new beginning. So there's this new beginning and this like youthful innocence that's, as we make our way on this path, it's like there's a lot of exploration. So it's kind of like have fun with it, also be open to the spirit world. And then Ace of Cups. So there's this like new emotional beginning. Like there's like someone's pouring you their cup of emotion. So there's this really beautiful energy that's coming in. All right, so now we're going to use the third deck, which is the Tenebrous Terre deck, the Dark Earth deck. This is the deck that we're working on, and I'm excited to announce that we found our artist. Her name is Katie Mulligan. She's absolutely fabulous, and we are just signing the contracts right now, and we're going to get on illustrating the project. So soon you'll see the deck in its final form, which is exciting. All right, what do we got here? Interference. So our world of dreams, the reason why it's in reverse and we're not getting it, even though it's on our divine path, is because we're getting some kind of interference coming on. Something is blocking our blessings. What is blocking our blessings? So that's interesting. So know that, you know, if things aren't working in your favor, it's because it's actively being blocked. So we need to get the energy like free flowing again. Balancing polarities. So we're also like taking opposites, right? We're integrating them. There's two people here split in the middle. You see this shape here. There's these like two people within this card. And so it's really about balancing opposites and creating integration. I wonder if because there's like a lot of disagreements and like different sides within the collective, if it's like blocking all of our blessings. And this kind of, yeah, I mean, look at that hive work. You know, it's like the chasing card, Ace of Wands in reverse, and hive mind with work. It's telling us like we need to come together, right? We need to help each other. If we want to move forward right now, we need to work together to make it happen. Ancestral tapestry. This is about how we weave ourselves into our ancestry, right? So imagine your ancestry is a tapestry, right? Or as a quilt, and each family member is its own section, right? And we all like sew and integrate ourselves with one another. And it's kind of like, what is your legacy? Like what is your mark? Like what are you planning to do? And also, how do you have your family's connection and your family's support to like help you get on that path? Elements, balancing your elements, fire, earth, water, and air. Those are emotions, inspirations, passion, your money, your coin, your thought, your mind. How do we balance all of them, right? And divine timing. Okay, we got divine timing here. So this toxic element, this call to judgment, everything is being done in divine timing. So try not to get too frustrated because to me, it's saying, I know this can be frustrating. You want things to happen in the way that you want, but there's divine timing at play. And once again, it's saying like the bigger picture, the Eight of Cups, you know, not really walking away. There's this healing that needs to take place. So there's healing within all of us where if there's something that we need to let go of, we need to just let it go. It's going to be hard, but it's what it's telling us to do. And if you have in this stagnation with this like kind of negative King of Swords and reverse energy, it's telling you to spirits of nature, like, you know, look to nature and spirit to guide you to undo these messages that people have told you either your entire lifetime or in your past. Anything that's like deep rooted in you that needs to go, it's time for it to go. And it's telling you that spirits of nature will help you. And all of this is soul cultivation, right? So as we learn and go through experiences in life, we're cultivating our heart and soul to become lighter beings, right? And I see like in the Fool card, there's two children here, right? These innocent children on a new beginning. And it's saying like, you know, as you travel through life, like cultivate your spirit and soul as you're on this journey. And become lighter, right? We also had the heart and the feather here, and let the heart be lighter than the feather, right? So we're going to take out these toxic elements. We're going to work with these things. We're going to ask spirit for help. And then we get remediation. Well, how do you deal with toxicity, which is showing here? You know, they'll take mycelium, they'll put it in a place where there's radiation or oil spills, and they will take on the pollution. They'll absorb it. They'll take it out of the soil, right? They'll take it out of the water, and they will absorb it, and they either impart it or they don't, but they slowly clean and purify. And this is what nature has been doing, you know, for centuries. So these are old patterns, and we have this reoccurring pattern. So it's saying, take these healthy cycles of taking these toxic elements that are in our collective sphere right now. They most definitely are. And we just need to start working with them and slowly purifying them to make the energy move again. Because if we don't, we run the risk of stagnation. But yeah, so this is the reading for the week. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We're going to do the Kickstarter. The official launch date is 11/11. So if you can just mark that on your calendar, we're going to need as much help and support as possible. So if you can share it on that day, it helps us get more traffic, and that can get us on the list of Kickstarter's favorites projects. And we would really appreciate your help. But I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you have a beautiful day and a beautiful week. Thank you.